Actually, I want to learn how to play.
Yeah.
Because I convert 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Hello. Thank you for joining me. My name is Larry Belfield, and I want to say that this is a recap show, and I'll be putting all of the movies and films I want you to watch Jeremiah, and then we're going to watch the history of Medina, which is the birthplace of the Muslims. And it really nails my I'm coming up with these different ideas and different theses as we go along. And right now I'm hitting this thing that, these men are creating a way for people where, they're trapped in debts, and then they owe people, and they can't get out of, being locked to some master because, I have to work for him for 7 years in order to pay off debt. And he's got me, my family, my kids, because the land went bad and I made a bad deal. And so what's happening is people are escaping and leaving. Hey, man, let's go to this new land. And overnight I'm gone. All my debt's clear. Everything is gone. So this really puts a strain on societies where I had, 10,000 residents here. 600 people owe me $1,000 for next month. And then, I got another 500 people, they pay me $50 a month. And then I got another 800 people that pay me, they come here $30, $40, $50 every time they eat bread or milk or cheese or something. So now, 100 people leave, 200 people leave, 500 people, 1,000 people. And you feel it immediately. Man, the people aren't buying the stuff. They're gone. My slaves are leaving. The people that owe me money aren't paying me. And this becomes a really huge, big problem. Now, for people like Muhammad, Jesus, Alexander the Great, people like King Arthur, who are very compassionate, are very driven to help, very driven to be there for people and to be hospitable. It's hard to live in a world where men are killing and driving themselves insane for power and for money and for greed and for sex, and that's not 90% of the world. Is what we're meant to believe, that the world is that, but that's not the world. That's these crazy, hypnotized, vicious men that have so much power that they don't know what to do with. So now they have an idea or gumption, maybe that's 100 years old, maybe we've never been heard of, but they'll do crazy, whacked out, wicked things. Whatever's in their imagination, when you have all the money and the power and no one to stop you. And what I'm figuring out is that these men are bringing a way out. They've lended this to greed, iniquity, calling out on other people's gods and forcing you to worship them. Okay? So you don't actually like those things. God doesn't like those things. And these things get washed away time and time again. But what I'm realizing is that they fall on the hands of single men. The Hitlers, the bombers of our time, the people that make devious weapons, okay, and the dictators that want to use them, tear gases and things like that. So we have problems with men that go crazy and are able to just do whatever they want because it's in their head. So now we're talking about absolute power. The story of the Muslims is a fight for man, to act righteously, to act right, to be right in what you're doing, to be correct, not to fight and scheme and to plot and kill and to murder, but to actually do things equitably and do things ethically. You shouldn't take this man's children. You shouldn't have him as your slave. You can fix a way where he can work for you and you can work it off. And you shouldn't be corrupting these crops in order to make them your slave. Okay? So creating a new land has devastating consequences. Bringing thousands of people with you has devastating consequences. Just doing it is going to upset millions, thousands of people in charge. Okay? And they're going to do something devious, and they're going to do something harmful that can harm a lot of people and do a lot of evil. So the Muslims created the pillars in order to turn evil into righteousness. And their spread throughout the kingdom is people not being forced, but people accepting the righteous way, accepting the way of not sacrificing, accepting the way of saving our children, striving together, working together, being brothers and being family. We look at the Muslims, all of a sudden you see Klingons, and you know what I'm saying, you see You see all these crazy demons and things like that, and they just want sex and virgins and all that, and that's a complete fabrication. It's a rumor. It's a lie. There's been so many people fighting and trying to hurt them that will believe that rather than getting down here into these books, into this truth, and figuring out that their homes were taken from them by force, but they're still here, striving and working together as a family, not killing anybody, not taking over the world, but being accepted, because they know that what their message is, and the messenger spoke a great message, and he spoke the truth. And I hope that you one day find the power and the strength to at least open the book and read it. So I'd like to thank you for this recap. Please check out the movies in the links. Movies in the link in the description. And I would ask you to please like, comment, share, subscribe, and post. My name is Larry Belfield, and I thank you for joining me on the show. You have yourself a blessed day.